What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jumpy. Welcome back to a brand new video. It's about time we make our return. Things are looking good, but that's not what the video is about. The video is about how to drop high kill games in Rebirth in Season 6. Now, it's not that hard to do, especially the steps I'm going to explain to you. You're thinking, oh, I'm not Biffle, I'm not Swag, I don't have those super ultra bot lobbies, which is definitely true because, you know, the average player definitely don't get them bad boys like they do. But these methods, they'll work for you. They work for me. So you're going to do a few things, right? You're going to go to a hot spot, usually Control Center, Top Prison, Nova. Those are always hot spots. You're guaranteed to at least get one team there. And what you're going to do is, it's called kill farming. You're going to kill 3 people. You're going to let the 4th person come back, right? That's how most people break these kill records. If you think that they're running around the map, killing all these people and wiping all these teams, you're wrong. They're literally farming teams, right? So just kill 3, let 1 come back. As long as you guys are understanding and on the same page, that's all you're going to need. It doesn't always work that way, obviously, because if it did, people would finish Rebirth with like 60 plus kills, right? It only works occasionally, but you want to take advantage of the times that do work, and you don't want to wipe everybody too fast because then you're not going to get that many kills. Now, you're thinking, oh, my gun skill's not that great, my callouts aren't that great, my pushes aren't that great. That's the beauty of Rebirth, right? You get to work on those things while you're doing it. Not everybody in Rebirth is as good as they are in Verdansk. So, as long as you have a decent team, I mean, you could even solo squad it. You could play with yourself and some randoms. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you are all understanding what's going on and not to kill the last person. But that's not the only thing you can do, right? You can split from your team. And the guns you want to use, any guns realistically is what you can use. But most of the time you're going to want to use meta guns, especially if you're splitting off by yourself, because that's the only way you're really going to win these gunfights. Like I said earlier, we're not all Biffle, we're not all Aiden, we're not all Swag. You're not going to beat them with the Modern Warfare Scar and, we'll just say a Psychov, that single shot with a 12 round mag in it. It's not going to happen. You know, best thing to do is, especially if you're not that great of a player, just go ahead and use the meta guns. You know, you get bored of that, switch it up, use something that's not as good, but something that'll definitely help you long term. Now, one thing I will say is that Rebirth sometimes can be a lot more sweaty than Verdansk, especially here lately, because, you know, people are tired of playing the same thing in Verdansk, so everybody's switching over to Rebirth. But that's okay, because you're going to be better than them because you're watching this banger of a video where I'm teaching you how to get high kill games. Now, if you watch the video, you'll see that we do it throughout almost the entire thing, right? I'm playing with myself and 2 of my friends, so that way they split and I'm away from them, and I can just clear teams out. You know, it's relatively simple, but it obviously does not work for everybody, especially if you're a beginner type player that's just now learning how to actually slay out and get high kill games. But this definitely works, right? Especially if you get a bot lobby, take full advantage of it. Now, I recommend, right, you know, if you're a somewhat decent sniper, go ahead and bang out the car, you know, run an OTS. The OTS, despite being nerfed, is still insanely good. You know, people think, ah, it was nerfed into the ground. No, it wasn't. For some reason, they have a hard time balancing out the Cold War guns and the Modern Warfare guns. But take advantage of these guns while you can. You know, it's not like, I mean, especially once Vanguard comes in here, these things will definitely probably be a thing of the past. But, yeah, I recommend the car and the OTS. You know, you got the car for those long range things, and then you got the OTS for the close. It's super easy. It's such an easy thing to do to drop high kills. It may seem a little bit more intimidating and hard, especially if you're not used to doing things like that. And that's why you practice. You know, obviously not everybody can play 8 hours a day, but the times you are playing, work on separating yourself from your team. As long as your team is understanding, right? You don't want to be a selfish player and separate and keep losing because of that. Just because you watched a random video on YouTube where some guy was like, hey, just leave your team behind and go kill everybody. Now, your team has to be at an understanding, right? Especially in Rebirth, you could die, come back. You know, but you don't want to be that player that leaves your team, you keep dying, and you guys ultimately lose because you want to solo squad thinking you're Aiden or something. You know, just as long as you guys are all on the same page, you guys all want to work on getting better, work on those gun skills, work on those gun fights, and try beating your PR. You know, you want to be, oh, you want to have bragging rights amongst your friends. You want to be that guy on your team. Oh, I dropped 20 kills on Rebirth. Your best is only 7. You know, like it sounds good for bragging rights, but you, like I said, you do not want to be that guy that keeps costing your team the game because you want to try to go full Aiden or something, you know. But realistically, dropping high kill games in Rebirth has a lot to do with team farming. I know I got a little bit away from the point of it, but I said it at the beginning of the video. The whole way of dropping high kill games in Rebirth is meta guns and kill farming. If anybody tries to tell you anything different, then they're lying. That's really all it is, you know. You can't, there's, what, 35 people max in Rebirth 40? And if you kill them, if you wipe a team without letting anybody respawn, we'll just say you kill 4 teams, you know, that's what, 16 kills and that's it? You know, it doesn't work that way, especially not in Rebirth. You kind of got to kill farm. I went on a little bit of a tangent, but all you need to do is kill farm and use meta guns. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I showed you perfectly how to do it in this one. We'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Dude, I spent a good portion in the middle fucking not finding anyone, man.
I killed the same team, bro, probably 3 times. Like,
back when I got knocked at that Simtex, that was the only team I saw over there for the last, like the first 3 or 4 minutes I was over there. And then when Alex came by, then all of a sudden it started to pop off by the Nova, but there was like no one around there for the longest time.
man, it's going crazy with the car in the OTS, dude. The OTS might be meta.
That was still like a 53 kill game. It was close to 60.